Hi, and welcome to the Eric Erb Show Live. You can find me online at theericerbshow.com and on twitter.com/The Eric Erb Show. And then, of course, on anchor.fm. That's anchor.fm/The Eric Erb Show Live. I want to talk to you today about something very disturbing I'm reading. The headlines are, this is breaking news coming out from the naturalnews.com. Mike Adams, Health Ranger, runs naturalnews.com. There's an article in here that's very disturbing. I want everyone to hear, pay attention to, and it's quite alarming. I'm reading the article, and the headlines say the coronavirus count is up to the count they're saying. China's using two different figures. First, the count that China's saying is there's 27,648 people infected with the coronavirus and 564 dead. But they're saying the real numbers are much, much higher, 10, 20, 30 times higher. They're saying the second set of numbers, again, I've been sounding the alarm for the last 2.5 or 3 weeks. I've been covering this coronavirus for 2.5, 3 weeks as it's been breaking ever since. The real numbers are 154,000 that are infected, and there's 25,000 deaths. And it's like, holy crap. I'm speechless. If that is true, the Chinese government, for the last 10 days, infectious experts around the world have been warning China is radically downplaying the numbers. I've been saying it on this program, the Eric Erb Show Live. I've been saying it and saying it and saying it, and by God, they're finally catching up to me. What the hell? What the fuck? These people are slow or what? Well, I know what's going on. It's a WHO, World Health Organization. It's a cover-up. These people from the World Health Organization, again, are in bed with the United States, the U.S. media, and they're in bed with the Chinese government. I was also reading another article in a different news on the internet, and they were saying that that China is encouraging, and the WHO is encouraging, to accept Chinese people into their country, and we need to lift the travel ban. And so you think about that. Just think about that. You want to bring infected Chinese people over to your country. I'm not a racist. I'm not a bigoted homophobe, nothing like that. None of that stupid crap and shit. But it's like, you got to stop and wait a minute. It's like common sense should kick in somewhere. Are you out of your fucking mind? You got to scratch your head and say that to yourself. Are you out of your fucking mind? You want to bring all these infected Chinese people all over the world into your country because the WHO says lift the travel ban? It's already bad enough. Like I just said, I just stated the numbers. The numbers are leaking out that they have already 154,000 cases of that people are infected. There's 154,000 people that they're saying infected, and the deaths approach 25,000. That's just that to me it blows my fucking mind how these people of the WHO, World Health Organization, and these people in China are covering up this lying bullshit. They've been lying to us from day one. And I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. I know the World Health Organization, for some odd fucking reason, is trying to appease the Chinese government, cater to them, and tell them anything the Chinese government wants to say, any propaganda the Chinese want to pump out, boom, 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 boom. They pump that shit out, and just to save face, to not embarrass the Chinese. Well, at this point, it is a pandemic, okay? They're not technically saying, but they said it's approaching a pandemic. Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm not a health expert, but I've worked in healthcare long enough to know in and out, it is a fucking pandemic, you asshole. And that's what that World Health Organization keeps saying, that jackass there, that jackass from, I don't know where he's from India or whatever, that's running the World Health Organization. And they're all in bed with one another. And it's absolutely positively sick. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention, that there's two sets of numbers that they're leaking out constantly, and that the real set of numbers are double and triple what the fake set of numbers are. The fake set of numbers, and I follow, is about 27,648 infected and 564 dead over there and globally. But the real numbers are about 154,000 infected and approaching 25,000 deaths. So, it's bullshit no matter where you slice it. Somebody can say, oh, that's fake news. That's fake news. No, what's fake news is the bullshit communist dictatorial government of the Chinese government. That's what the fuck is bullshit, and that's what the fuck is fake. They don't want to look bad. They don't want to realize after a couple scientists were in Canada, working at Canada, and then they grabbed and they transferred a sample of the plague, brought it back to Wuhan, China. This is how the disease spread. And you asshole fucking idiots in China that don't know how to run a lab, don't know lab precautionary procedures. You don't know anything. All you do is know how to run your fucking mouth and make zombies out of the Chinese people, just a bunch of lame brain followers. And the government loves that. The government loves Chinese people that won't resist. That's why the government can't stand American people, and they can't stand societies that will fight back against a government that's tyrannical like that. That just, it's like, here it is. These are your orders. Shut the fuck up, or we're going to send the troops in and we're going to shoot you and kill you. That's the Chinese government. You don't have a right well, you can't do this. You can't do that. You can't say anything. There was a Chinese scientist I know they were interviewing. Now he has the virus, and he went on social media. They showed up at his door. They were going to arrest him. They said, well, you got to correct your statement. If you don't do this, you're going to go away and you're never going to come back and see your family again, or we'll hurt or harm your family. That's the type of Chinese government, just a government full of tyranny and a radical government that doesn't care about its people. Again, a dictatorial government and society in China. I feel so sorry for them. Billions of people over there that live in China. They're nothing but, the government treats them as nothing but mindless robots. They're just a function, go to work, make money, come home, pay their taxes, whatever they pay over there, and that's it. That's all there is to life. And it's so sad to see that, but it's so sad to see China, because of their own incompetence and their own just their own they're total idiots. They don't know how to manage this properly when there's an outbreak. And I'm not saying the U.S. is perfect, but at least we have protocols. We have procedures over here for handling different things. We have quarantine procedures where we lock things down and we go through a very strict decontamination process. I've worked in many ORs before and having to go through decontamination. I've worked around people that's had AIDS before and different things like that, the precaution, and that pales in comparison to this coronavirus. That's nothing. But at least I have a small understanding, a very tiny, small, minute understanding of what the fuck's going on. And they don't get it. They don't got it. They never will. All they care about is just either making the money, power, and control. That's all the Chinese government does. And now it's wiping out their own people, and they're trying to point the finger, and they're saying, well, this is the rest of the world causing this. It's not the Chinese never make mistakes. They never fuck up. What's wrong with you? No, China fucked up. That's the bottom line. So let me know what you think of this podcast. Go to theericherbshow.com. That's my main website, or you can find me on twitter.com/The Eric Herb Show. And of course on anchor.fm, that's anchor.fm/The Eric Herb Show Live. And Anchor gives you the tools to create your very own and free podcast. Anchor will give you the recording tools and give you everything you need on the Anchor app, anchor.fm, that gives you the ability to start your very own podcast. It's exciting. It's something everybody should look into, to self-expression, expressing themselves, and best of all, it's all free. Anchor.fm. This is Eric Erb from The Eric Erb Show, signing off.